Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. So Bleacher Report, they released an article titled Realistic Deals for NBA's Least Tradable Contracts. So I thought it'd be fun to go over here to NBA 2K22 and just put these trades on the screen for you guys to see, and then we can decide if they are not only realistic, but also make sense for the teams involved and everything, right, man? So, yes, before we can go on this video, I humbly ask if you are watching my channel for the first time, or maybe you have watched for a while, and you've never hit that subscribe button, if you can please do so. It's really hard to grow a channel, like when the NBA season is completely dead, so any little bit helps. Have that be, liking the video, leaving a comment, all that good stuff. Appreciate y'all, you guys, love and support every single day. Without further ado, let's get going on this here, man. So this is the first trade. The first trade is going to be between the Lakers and the Magic. And let's see what you all think about this one. Let's pull up the Lakers real quick here, man, or Magic, whatever team pops up first, based off of alphabet. Actually, they're right by each other, but okay, that's pretty good. So this is the trade that's going to be Russell Westbrook, a 2027 first round pick, which is I'm just going to toss in the draft pick because I don't really, I guess we can't do that one, okay, because the Stephen rule. So we got that, and a 2023 second round pick. And this is going to be in exchange for, where we at, Magic? What y'all think about this right here, man? They got listed Markelle Fultz, which I already got some things to say about that, Gary Harris, and Terrence Ross. So basically what's going on here is, the Magic, they have 1 billion guards. So this allows them to consolidate those guards into one contract, being Russell Westbrook, who would be on an expiring deal, who they could just buy him out at that point. And you get, you get some picks out of it too. Now, I'm going to say, though, I do like Terrence Ross on the Lakers. I think Gary Harris makes a lot of sense. I love Markelle Fultz. I see them having similar issues with Markelle Fultz as their starting point guard as they would with Russell Westbrook. Maybe with Markelle, you don't get as much ego with it just because, he's still somebody that's still trying to prove himself. Still a very solid player when healthy and everything. It's interesting. I can see Magic fans being like, no, man, we're not trying to do all that. But you get some picks out of it, and you do have Jalen Suggs, who should be the starting point guard. You got Cole Anthony, so also trying to put Markelle Fultz in the mix, it might just save you a headache down the road. It's not horrible, man. I just don't know if I love the fit of Markelle Fultz on the Lakers, but at the same time, I recognize too that he's still a good young player, so we can help kind of give them some direction with the franchise once LeBron retires and or leaves the Lakers. I guess it'd be or leaves the Lakers, not and or, but yeah. Okay, next trade. Okay, man, this is gonna be a trade. Oh, baby, we got a triple, man. No, we got where we at? We got the 76ers and the Utah Jazz. So there we go. We'll pull up the Jazz real quick here. And this trade is going to be the Utah Jazz would be trading Bojan Bogdanovic, very underrated power forward. I always underrate this dude, then he always drops 20 a game. And Patrick Beverley, new addition to the team, obviously. And this is going to be a trade with the 76ers. And the 76ers are going to be giving up Tobias Harris, Matisse Thybulle, and we got a 2029 first round pick. We'll just do that one. And 2 second round picks. 2 second round picks here, man. Let's do all this here. Okay, so let me take a close look at this one. Why would both sides do this? So the 76ers, they have to give up draft picks. I guess, okay, so with Bojan Bogdanovic, what's his contract looking like? So it's going to be an expiring deal at about $20 million. I could see the intriguing part of that because I think, Bojan, the type of player he is pretty similar to Tobias Harris scoring-wise. So, maybe like a poor man's Tobias Harris, you would say. Patrick Beverley, I actually really like him on the 76ers a lot. And then, for the Jazz, I guess they're getting draft pick sense in the sense that they're taking on Tobias' contract. The rest of that, I think it's 2 years left on it, not 3 years. It is NBA 2K22, so keep that in mind. Matisse Thybulle is kind of nice, but, I think Tobias likes Donovan Mitchell. That's interesting. That's something. But yeah, I think you really just do this trade if you're the 76ers, if you're solely trying to get out of Tobias Harris' contract, which is kind of the point of the article. It's not bad. It's not bad. Although Tobias had a pretty solid season too, so I can see where 76ers fans are like, hey, we don't really want to let go of him yet because, we want to contend for a championship and we think we're a better team because of Tobias Harris. So I can see maybe that being a part of it. But Bojan, definitely no slouch. He's a good NBA player. Okay, next up, we have a trade between, the Atlanta Hawks and the Brooklyn Nets. Okay, where are we at, man? Where are we at? By the way, I hope you guys are enjoying this style of video. I've just been trying out some different things at the channel, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, where are we at, man? Hawks. Or Nets. There we go, Hawks. What y'all think about this one? This is a trade involving John Collins and Okongwu, who, by the way, I think Okongwu needs to be starting. So if the Hawks don't want to start him, I think he needs to get traded. And this is going to be over to a trade with the Nets. Yes, and this is going to be straight up, you know, those two players in exchange. Where we at, Nets? For Ben Simmons. Now, the only reason I could see maybe the Nets doing this trade is if they have some type of Kevin Durant trade that they want to do, and, you know, because of like the rookie extension rule or something, there are certain players that they can't trade for because Ben Simmons being on the team. But at the same time, too, just from like a rebuild standpoint, like you get like lottery pick center in Okongwu. John Collins is still extremely young. But then Ben Simmons going to the Hawks, I don't know if I love that, because you would still have Clint Capella at center. You know, you essentially have a double point guard backcourt already with Trae Young and DeJounte Murray. So adding like another primary ball handler onto that, and also one that can't shoot, I don't love it. I don't think this is a good trade. I think John Collins and Okongwu fit much better with that Hawks team. You know, for the Nets, I actually kind of like it, but yeah, I don't see the Hawks doing this for any reason. Just Ben Simmons, you know, before they got to DeJounte Murray, okay, you could probably convince me there, but having both those guys, I don't love it, especially just because also having Clint Capella on the team. So yeah, that one, not a fan of. What you all think? I think we got two more to go here, man. So this one is probably one that you're probably sick of hearing about. Okay, this one I'm not even gonna list, okay, because we've heard about it so many times. This is gonna be a trade between the Lakers and the Nets. This is gonna be Kyrie Irving going to the Lakers in exchange for Russell Westbrook, 2 first-round picks. My thought process on it is, last I heard, Kyrie Irving is okay with the Nets organization. So is Kevin Durant. It sounds like nothing's going to happen. My guess is that both those players are going to start off the season. We're going to see how things go. And I think once the trade deadline hits, you know, if the Nets are underperforming, then you trade probably Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, at least one of them. But I think for now they're okay. And let's call it like it is. If Kevin Durant wants to stay with the Nets, and Kyrie wants to stay there, like, Kyrie is better than Westbrook, so I don't see any reason why the Nets would do it, you know, assuming Kyrie wants to stay. That's the only way I can look at it, right, man? And then finally, okay, this is definitely another few other players that have been on the trade block. This is going to be a trade between the Knicks and the Hornets. What you all think about this one right here, man? So, this is going to be the Knicks giving up Julius Randle, who had a really good season 2 seasons ago. Last season kind of fell off a little bit. And a 2024 first-round draft pick. And this is going to be in exchange with the Hornets for Gordon Hayward straight up, man. So contractually speaking, Julius Randle, oh yeah, this dude got some years left on his deal here, man. Because I was looking at it, I was like, ooh, like, I don't really think they got to also give him a draft pick to do so. And then Gordon Hayward, you know, he's gonna have 2 years left on his deal, I believe, after this one. So yeah, the draft pick, I don't know if it's totally needed, but Gordon Hayward, obviously, when he is playing as a good player, you know, around like a 17-point per game score, you know, a few rebounds, few assists. Julius Randle can have really good seasons and everything. Like, looking at like the season before of how he did, let's pull that up real quick here, man. So yeah, 2020, 2021 is when he got most improved player. The dude was absolutely amazing, just couldn't really live up to it. But you know, the Hornets, they lost Miles Bridges, obviously, because we don't really know what his whole situation, how that's going to unfold. So again, Julius Randle would be a nice little addition to the squad, and Gordon Hayward would allow them to obviously play. Well, even with that, though, because I'm trying to not, okay, I literally have the Knicks roster right in front of me. I'm like, let me think about the Knicks roster, but yeah, it's literally right here, because I'm trying to, like, wonder how that would work out for the rotation. Yeah, because, okay, yeah, no, that would actually be pretty perfect. You do Brunson, RJ Barrett, Gordon Hayward at the 3, and then you got Obi Toppin at the 4. He finally gets to break out as a starter, and obviously you got the center position with Mitchell Robinson. So, and plus you also have a nice little security too, because RJ can obviously play small forward. It's typically what he plays. So if Gordon Hayward does get injured, you put him right there, and then you have Evan Fournier, you know, that's going to bring them some scoring off the bench or can provide starter minutes if needed. So that trade's actually kind of interesting. I actually really kind of like Julius Randle going to the Hornets. I think he would have a really good opportunity over there on a team that desperately just needs something this offseason for them to happen, right, man? But yeah, that's all we have for this video, guys. Just want to go through these trades. Normally I do this via reaction and stuff, but this is kind of a fun way to do it, giving you guys the visualization. So that's all we got for this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and peace out, my friends.